BC Premier John Horgan managed to keep smiling today despite a big loss in a provincial courtroom.
Of course, I'm disappointed with the decision of the appeal court. We put forward our view that provincial jurisdiction was paramount in this instance.
This was one of those rare court cases where arguments were televised.
Serious consequences for First Nations lands.
The 5 justices were unanimous. The federal government is in charge when it comes to interprovincial pipelines and what's in them. Provinces such as BC have to defer to federal regulators, in this case, the National Energy Board. While it was disappointment in BC, it was a win for Alberta Premier Jason Kenney, who said it was time to end what he called a campaign of obstruction.
One province cannot block another province's resources and assets. This is a critical strategic victory for Alberta.
At stake, billions of dollars and thousands of jobs in both provinces. Although it's a win on one front for Alberta and the oil industry, the project remains caught up in other legal and regulatory knots.
That we're going to need to see shovels in the ground. We're going to need to see us actually clearing the barrier as opposed to just getting the legal decision.
But in BC, opposition remains strong. More protests like this are expected, and some powerful Indigenous groups vow the project will never be built. Today's decision will now automatically be reviewed by the Supreme Court of Canada, and opponents promise other legal attacks will continue over environmental and Indigenous concerns.
So there are issues out there that potentially will delay, disrupt, and prevent this pipeline from going through.
Meaning today's court ruling won't change this. Pipes stacked in storage, waiting for the outcome of a fight measured in years. Greg Rasmussen, CBC News, Vancouver.